Oh, oh, God, my head. Oh, fuck. What the hell? Where am I? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Not again. I never should have left the river. Okay. Don't panic. It might not be what it seems. Hello? Excuse me? Hey! Where am I? Come on! I know you can hear me. Answer me! Listen, if you could quit talking into your little box there for a moment, I'd be ever so grateful. Subject shows clear signs of agitation. Well, yes. 1 minute I'm enjoying mangosteen rum and lionfish tacos with the most gorgeous spearfisher I've had the pleasure to meet in several months. The next I wake up here with a hangover the size of my entire body and all my jewelry is missing. I might be a bit miffed, yeah. Why won't you answer me? Not even looking at me. Is this asshole wearing earplugs? Oi! The subject wants a fucking word with you. Yes, look over here. See me waving my arm. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, mind telling me why I'm in here, please? Voice patterns appear normal. The hell are you on about? Okay. We're taking the blobs of wax out of our ears.
Fine, thank you. Why are you even wearing those? Oh, no. No. You're thinking sirens, love. I can't hypnotize anyone with my voice. At least not in the way you're thinking. Or I can make you walk into the ocean and drown and all that. Yeah. No, not me. Charmed, plenty of you, but that's all natural charisma, no magic needed. So, what are you looking so nervous for? Hey, would you mind speaking up a bit? As cute as it is listening to you stammer, you're very soft-spoken and, with the glass and everything, it's pretty thick. Oh, okay, I get it. You didn't expect me to talk, did you? Yeah. Don't be embarrassed. You wouldn't be the first person to kidnap me who assumed I was some mindless animal. No, I'm actually quite civilized. Would it make you more comfortable if I dumbed myself down a bit? Fishman, want hair of dog shark, please. Oh. Coconut water? No. Get that mess out of here. Unless you plan to add a little rum to it. Would that be too much to ask? Add a little rum in there? I thought not. Oh. God, my head is splitting. Oh. Huh. You genuinely feel sorry for me, don't you? How novel. Oh, well, you should. This might be just about the worst hangover I've ever had. So, what do you plan to do with me then? Put me in a zoo? Dissect me for science? Or did you just want to liven up? whatever this room is with something pretty to look at. Ugh, Cheryl reported me. Whatever for? We were having a great time together. Oh, right, you rescue stranded sea creatures for a living, I see. But I wasn't stranded, I was just sleeping off the booze. Cheryl, you noodle. It'd take a lot more rum than that to poison me. But I suppose if I woke up and found me sprawled in the sand like that, with my mouth hanging open and everything, I might think I was sick or dying too. Yeah. Here I was convinced you were planning on keeping me. Can't believe all you were going to do was keep an eye on my vitals and take notes. Like, seriously? That's all you want? Look at me. Fine. Yes, I'll help you with your little merfolk study, but all I'm doing is answering questions. You're cute and all, but I'm not donating any scales or teeth. And then you gotta throw me back after. Deal? Yeah. All right then. Somehow, I believe you. Maybe it's that adorable white coat. It's your father's, huh? I was wondering why it looked a little too big. It suits you, though. Oh, and right. You wouldn't have any idea what happened to all my jewellery, would you? Oh. I don't suppose I can convince you to give those back. They took me forever to collect. You're a peach. You know that. Cheers. Sorry for snapping at you earlier, by the way. I was kind of terrified when I first woke up, and then you didn't respond to anything I said, and, yeah. I thought I was well and truly fucked. We kind of have opposite temperaments, don't we? I can't shut up to save my life, and you hardly make a peep. I bet this is the most you've talked to anyone in ages, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. It's cute. No, it's okay. Don't apologize for the earplug thing. I get it now. You were just keeping safe. I mean, if you don't know the difference between sirens and mer people, maybe it's a good thing I'm here to set you straight. Yeah? Still, suppose I should be happy at least Cheryl didn't sell me to you. Yeah, it happens. Our problem is, we merfolk are just too gorgeous. An absolute must for any respectable menagerie owner or exotic pet collector. That's not counting the bastards who just want us for our scales or our flesh or bones or whatever the fuck else. Ugh. Hell, I've heard horror stories about how our tears are even a commodity in some places. Can you imagine? Ugh. What breaks my heart is that a lot of the time, the people selling me off are perfectly decent folk. Just desperate. I strike up a conversation with some cheerful bloke eking out a living harvesting sea urchins, get a hard whack on the back of the head, next thing I know I wake up in some rich sod's zoo. No, don't be sorry, love. I'm the sort that can't resist a friendly face, and sometimes it gets me in trouble. That's just life. Yeah, I'm a bit peculiar that way. You don't get a lot of us approaching humans wanting to be chummy. The ones who do usually want to drown you or eat you. Not me, though. You lot are too much fun. Anyway, let's start over, yeah? I'm Cowrie. It's not my actual name, but the real name's long and it's not like you have the right parts to pronounce it, so it's what I go by. Yeah, first human I ever met named me that. Haven't seen him in at least 40 years. Should swim down south and see what he's up to, maybe. Oh, hold up. I see packaging in that desk drawer. You have snacks, don't you? All right, give 'em here. I'm not telling you anything else until you do. I'm starving. Yeah, come on, I don't have all day. Let's see what we have here. Ah, yes. Roasted seaweed. Are you kidding me? What kind of rubbish snack is that? Yeah, there's seaweed aplenty in the ocean, but I don't go around chewing it for fun. Fine. Better than nothing, I guess. You know, actually, that's not half bad. Savoury. Oh. It's stuck in my teeth now. What else you got? Please tell me there's chocolate. I need chocolate after the morning I've had. Oh, hell yes. Oh. Oh my God. Oh God, what is that? There's tangy shit in there that crackles. Oh. You utterly brilliant little... Oh, leave it to humans to combine chocolate and popping candy. I fucking love it. Oh. Okay. I think that earns you some more answers. Ask away. All right, so merfolk don't just live in one area. We're all over the place. Coral reefs, the open sea, deep trenches, lakes, rivers, estuaries, you name it. There's an incredibly corny song about it and everything. Our bodies change depending on where we travel. I'm mostly rust-coloured right now because I've been living in a river for the past 13 years or so. But see those little bright orange scales near my fins? Well, I've actually only been back home for about a week. Soon my whole tail will be that colour. Yeah. My river was nice. Comfortable. Private. I found loads of jewellery. Sure, I'd get drunk arseholes littering sometimes, but at least no one ever tried to abduct me. Sometimes I'd talk some cute couple picnicking on the beach into giving me their fried chicken, or watch some bored kid stuck on a fishing trip play games on this little flat thing he had, then nick his soda when he wasn't looking. Once I even rescued one of you from drowning. Yeah, they were out collecting rocks. Turns out the poor thing didn't even know how to float, let alone swim. Gods only know what they were doing trying to cross a slippery log like that. Anyway, I couldn't not give them swimming lessons after that. It was fun. I let myself think I'd probably stay holed up in my river permanently, but... I started missing my friends and my folks. So here I am. First, you know the drill. Snack me. Oh, very nice. I'll never turn down a bag of crisps. What? Holy shit. These are fucking purple. How do you have purple crisps? Oh. You're having me on. They do not grow that colour. Shut up. Okay. What else do you want to know? Okay. Merfolk versus sirens. Right. So, merfolk, of which I am one, as we've established, have always had human-like upper bodies with fish or sometimes eel tails. Every 10 years or so we go to the spawning grounds and thousands more of us are born. We eat almost anything we can get our hands on, including humans from time to time. Oh, I'm an exception, of course. I don't tend to enjoy eating things I can have a conversation with. Now, sirens. They're a secluded bunch. No one knows how they mate or make children. All anyone can say for sure is that, one, they've been around much, much longer than us merfolk, and two, they're incredibly fucking weird. In the beginning, they were mostly bird people, I think, but over time they learn how to take on different shapes as well. Some of us think we may be very distantly related, although we've never been able to sing people to death like they can. So that's why sirens can look very similar to us. There's always something just a bit off about their faces, though, like they fashion themselves based on rumors of people instead of looking at the real thing. Creepy as hell. Ugh. What's really bizarre is that sirens don't eat humans. We have some art of them larking around near their precious little corpse piles. It's thought their victims were too enthralled to leave and just wasted away. And on that cheerful note, you better give me another snack before I do. Oh, no. Don't tell me you're fresh out already. Oh, don't bother. If it's not edible, I don't need it. Don't trouble yourself. Oh, those are lovely. No one's ever given me earrings. No. Well, I don't care if they track my movements. All that means is that you'll know to stock up on more popping chocolate when you see me coming, yeah? Hey, come here. Yeah, you're getting a hug. I don't care if I'm all wet. If someone gives me earrings like this, they're getting a hug. You know, for a minute there, I was truly regretting leaving my river. Thanks for reminding me there's still sweethearts like you out here. I needed it.